O.J. Simpson, how he killed his wife and escaped punishment. O.J. Simpson, an American football star and former actor, became the prime suspect in the brutal murder of his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ronald Goldman. Despite the evidence, Simpson avoided punishment, sparking debates about the fairness of the judicial system. What really happened that night, and how did he manage to escape justice? O.J. Simpson was one of the most famous athletes in American football history. He became an NFL star in the 1970s and later pursued a career in film and television. His life was always in the spotlight. He was a symbol of success, charm, and status. However, behind the glamour and fame, there was another side to his life: his relationship with Nicole Brown Simpson. O.J. and Nicole met in 1977 and soon started dating. They got married in 1985 and had 2 children. However, their marriage was far from perfect. The couple frequently argued, and their relationship was marked by domestic violence. Nicole repeatedly complained about physical and emotional abuse from O.J. Simpson. He, in turn, claimed that she provoked him. On the night of June 12, 1994, in Los Angeles, a murder shocked the world. Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman were found dead outside Nicole's home. Both were stabbed to death, and numerous traces of blood at the crime scene indicated a brutal killing. The initial evidence pointed directly at O.J. Simpson as the main suspect. His blood was found at the crime scene, and he had a clear motive. Records and testimonies suggested that his relationship with Nicole was tense, and her decision to file for divorce may have been the final straw. He was an abuser who humiliated and beat her. There were numerous 911 calls, and Nicole had taken photos of her bruised face and body after his beatings. He didn't want to let Nicole go after the divorce. Once, she attended their daughter's school performance in a little black dress, and witnesses saw O.J. get furious. Simpson was arrested a few days after the murder. However, when the police attempted to arrest him, he fled. He was later found on the highway, causing a dramatic police chase. Officers couldn't apprehend him immediately because he threatened to shoot himself in the car. When he was finally caught, police found $8,000 in cash, a fake mustache and wig, a gun, and his passport in the vehicle. However, these items were not included in the evidence. O.J. Simpson's trial became a massive media spectacle. His defense team, consisting of highly skilled lawyers, used every possible tactic to secure his acquittal. Many pieces of evidence were not presented in court, and key witnesses were disqualified because they had sold their stories to the press. The most famous moment of the trial was the glove test. When Simpson was asked to try on a glove found at the crime scene, he struggled to put it on. This led his lawyer, Johnny Cochran, to deliver the now legendary phrase, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." This played a crucial role in the case. Additionally, the defense focused on racial issues, accusing the police of racism and suggesting that Simpson was being unfairly targeted due to his African-American background. The defense also argued that evidence had been planted by a detective who had previously made racist remarks about black people. They claimed that the evidence was either fabricated or insufficient to prove Simpson's guilt. After a trial that lasted over 8 months, O.J. Simpson was acquitted by the jury. The question of why he escaped punishment remains open to this day. What factors played a role? Defense tactics. The use of racial stereotypes and undermining trust in the police significantly weakened the prosecution's cases. Weak evidence. Despite the presence of blood and other proof, the defense managed to convince the jury that the evidence was not strong enough to convict. Distrust in the police. Many people doubted the honesty of law enforcement, which also played a role in the trial's outcome. Media hype. Discussions about justice, racial inequality, and courtroom manipulations made the trial even more significant than the murder itself. After his acquittal, O.J. Simpson returned to public life, but it was far from normal. His name remained forever linked to the murder, despite the jury's decision. However, in 2007, Simpson found himself in legal trouble again when he was arrested for armed robbery in Las Vegas. He was sentenced to 33 years in prison but was released on parole in 2017. O.J. Simpson remains one of the most controversial figures in American legal history. Despite his acquittal, Many questions about his guilt remain unanswered. Who really killed Nicole and Ronald? Why did Simpson escape punishment? These questions may never be fully resolved.